welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Got a few clips obviously to show you. It would be pointless coming back on the channel if I hadn't. So yeah, we've been getting the celery out, we've been pricking out some lettuce, we've been getting the potatoes in buckets out of the greenhouse. We've got them in the back of the allotments. I'm going to show you me doing all that in a bit. But we've had a right week, good start to the week, I tell you. I've not stopped. I've been fixing the bloody gate that the lot was sticking, and there was a burst at the top of the allotments, that I fixed that. Then there's a burst at this end of the allotments, I fixed that. That was a bit of a nightmare because Deb's turned the water off because this one up the top was really bad. And I would come to water me, put water in for my chickens, so I had to fix that one, even though I didn't want to do it. I mean, I don't have to do it, but I had to do it this time, unfortunately. So anyway, I fixed that, water come back on, sorted my girls out, and my brother's girls, they're doing well. We're getting close to 18 eggs now a day off the chickens. I've got 18 chickens, well, I've got 12, my brother's got 6, but basically they're all mine anyway. But I've been looking after him for him, and the eggs I've just given them to everybody, my mother, all my neighbours. I don't sell them, I give them away, and a lot of my friends who watch the videos will tell you, I just like to make sure all the old dears in the street are all taken care of, and my old dear as well. She gets the first choice of the eggs, and then everybody else gets the rest, basically. But yeah, so I come down, I sorted all that out. Then not 10 minutes later, I was called to the other side of the allotment. Bloody little spider on my hand. A load of bees. There was a swarm of bees, so I went down up there to calm everybody down, to tell them they won't attack. You know, they only attack if you start waving your hands around and going over and giving them a good kick. And proof of the pudding was in the eating. So I've got a little clip here to show you. I actually filmed them. You can see them. They just come out of the hive and they just landed on the corner of the road, on this fence. So let me take you up there now and show you. Well, guys, as you can see, Nora and Norman's, actually I think they're Vivs, I think they come out of one of these hives here, and they're swarming in the tree here. As long as no one goes jumping all over and wafting the fingers and being silly, they'll leave well alone. But you can see where they're all sort of stuck to the fence there. Absolutely awesome sight. I'm about 6 foot away from them, they're not bothering me, buzzing round my head. Like I say, as long as you don't waft your hands when they're swarming, and they won't touch you. But yeah, right on the corner of the road. So anyway, I phoned Norman and Nora and Viv and what have you. They'll come up and they're going to take care of it. Like I say, here's the road here, so it is a bit dodgy, but it's nice to see them anyway. So there they were. Anyway, Norman and Nora come down. I think there was Nora's sisters, Viv's. Anyway, they come down within 10-15 minutes. They took care of it. It wasn't a problem. It was just that there was new plot holders, and they was a bit unsure. They was starting to panicking because they seen like a plague of honeybees. Anyway, that was all sorted out. Yeah, so it's a big go. It's not non-stop. I went over and sorted my mate George's greenhouses. Some of his glass had broken, and I went over and replaced it with him. He's got a bad back. I mean, he can't even bend down at all. He's in a lot of agony, so I sorted that out for him. Then I come back over here. That's when I started to get things done. So I'm going to show you me now putting some celery into the back bed. I'll show you the celery and show you what it looks like, and then we'll plant it, water it in, and that's another one of these things out. Well guys, these are my Victoria celery, and as you probably can see, there's not a nibble anywhere. out of any of the leaves. Here's, I just took one out of the pot to show you. They're absolute perfect. Yep, not a single leaf out of shape. They're just starting to come through the bottom of the pots now, but I've had them in them drip trays there, and that's how I water them, and that's why there's no nibble marks or anything like that, and that's, you know, they're in pristine. Yeah, let's grab another one just for the sake of it, just to show you. See, not a mark, not a blemish. Normally when you water them from the top, and they get burnt. They get your celery gets you know, you get the leaves all burnt due to the droplets of water on the leaves, and you get the sun, and it's like sort of like a magnifying glass on them, and it burns them. But because we water them in these drip trays and we water from the bottom, we get none of that. And yeah, as you can see, there's another one, perfect. I could just keep grabbing them, and you'd see the same thing. So yeah, we're going to get these into the back, one of the back beds, the cabbage, where the cabbages are now. We're going to open the other side of the netting, and we're going to throw these in there, equally spaced, about 8 inches to do it, nice and tight, get them nice and tight, and the shade will make them, you know, make the actual celery go white. Although I think these are self-blanching anyway, so there's none of the what you normally do is set a tube over the top of them, and you know, they naturally will go white. The other thing is earthing them up as well, but I don't like all the grit inside, you know, around here. So anyway, these are me Victoria. I don't know if you heard that in the background there, bloody wood pigeon. He's getting all excited. I'm opening up me cabbage bed again. Anyway, this is another one of these things that needs to go out, so let's get them out. Here, them bloody wood pigeons getting all excited. I'm taking a net off my brassicas here. Only until I put the bloody celery in though. Right, what I'm going to do before I do anything else in this bed, I'm just going to run it through with my hoe. So I'm just going to grab my hoe, and then we'll give it a quick hoe in, and then I can start getting my celery in. Might think of taking my shirt off as well, it's a bit too warm. I'll just cover that in muck. Me and white don't mix. So the bed's been oiled, and now to get the celery in, and there it is. Thought we'd get these in before the sun had come up, but it's beat me to it. Like I say, he's only got a couple more, about another 4 to do. Last couple. Yeah, you can see that horse manure there is well broken down, which we put in. Oh yeah, them bloody wood pigeons. Right, last one. There we go folks, they're all in. So I'm going to get the watering can, give them a quick watering, and then we'll get these nets back over there before the wood pigeons realise it's open season. Oh, would you believe that the sun's gone in? But yeah, the Brassica cage is all covered up again, and as you can see, the celery's in. Did 4 rows of 5. What I will do down the edges, I'm going to be putting some lettuce down the edges, down both, I mean down this side here and that side there. There's nothing on the other side of it, so it's just a waste of ground really, but I will fill them up and get some lettuce, and a load of lettuce in the greenhouse coming on the tree now. So anyway, that's the some of the cabbages and the celery in. So the last thing I'll say about planting you know your veg out, after you've finished planting, don't leave it just there. Go and clean all your trays, all your pots, your trowel, get them all nice and clean and get ready for the next lot. These, when the sun comes back out in 5 minutes, it'll all be dry, and I'll put them away. In fact, that's going back into use, that drip tray in the greenhouse. But yeah, we've got a lot more to do today, so anyway, it's just an afterthought, and it's, you know, you need to do this. Anyway, there we go, all drying, drip drying. So there you go, that's the celery in. It's all, that was some nice celery there too. The next thing was try to clean some of these greenhouses out now. Trying to is the operative word. We decided, I was looking at the potatoes in the front greenhouse, and we realised they're getting really big, so I thought if I leave them any longer, I'm not going to be able to get them out of the greenhouse. So the decision was made to get down to the back part of the plot. We had to move the blueberries, so I could put the potatoes in the ground. I'm going to show you how I actually put the buckets outside. We're going to be topping up some potatoes, and also we're going to be putting fleece around them. So let me take you up there now and show you what we're doing. What I'm doing now is building two channels. See these buckets? I'm going to sit them down in the ground. So what I've got to do is dig an hole, and then I can lower the buckets into the hole. Well, not these buckets, but the ones in the greenhouse. I've got to do two rows because I've got 10 buckets to bring out. And what I'm doing, I'm sticking them in the compost into that bucket, or the soil into that bucket. Once I put the potatoes in the ground, I use the soil what's in the buckets to fill around them. But yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So let's get stuck in. Yeah, this shovel is basically perfect for doing this job. See how the bucket is sitting now? I've got it about 3 inches lower in the ground. That way, when the potatoes start to grub out the bottom of the buckets, they get a double whammy of nutrients from the soil in the beds. Plus they're out the greenhouse and out of my way. I can almost hear you thinking about this shovel, and you're probably thinking, where did you get that shovel from, Matt? It's brilliant. B&Q. Well, I think it's about 20 quid, something like that, 15-20 quid. But it's fantastic for doing what I'm doing. Channeling the bed out to put my potatoes in. Then we just backfill over around the buckets with the soil what's in these buckets, and it makes it so much easier. It really does. Get the other one in there, and that's the 5 taller ones. I get the 5 shorter ones, so I'm going to have to top them up as well, but I'll top them up when I get them outside. Save me having to faff about in the greenhouse. But, yeah, they should be okay out here. I'll get a fleece over them, hopefully. they'll be okay. Just watch the weather change now. It's usually the case. Well, I've got that row in, and you can see how I've topped them up. Now I've got to do the same on the other side now for the smaller ones, and then top the actual buckets up, because they still need topping up, unfortunately. But that's how basically I put my buckets in my beds. Bury them about 3-4 inches. Like I say, we do need to put something to fleece over the top of them, I would imagine. Although today's not very it's not sunny today. It's quite mild. Once they've been outside for a few days, they should establish okay. But yeah, we've got no choice this time of year. I have to clear the greenhouses, unfortunately, of all the buckets, and that's what I'm doing now. I've got my clover, and what I'm going to do now is just quickly top these buckets up, and that'll be it. Might put a fleece over them tonight, but they're buried into the ground now. It's just I needed to get them out of the front greenhouse. We're going to start putting tomatoes in there very soon. So, compost. You can cover the leaves, they will come through, but I'm not going to cover them. So, these are the last 2 buckets I need to top up. I'll just put these canes and this fleece around the potatoes just to protect them. And, any frost will, you know, damage them. They'll sit perfectly here, ticking away. Like I say, they've all been watered, and it's easy to water them. They're not very high, and also the fleece acts as like a barrier to stop them flopping all onto the paths and everything. So it's a win-win, really. I think it only cost me £1.50 for the fleece, so it's not as if it's cost me a fortune. And I've let it so the air can circulate underneath, but not on the actual leaves themselves. They should be, I think they should be fine. The only way to find out is to just wait and see. They should pick up in the next couple of days, but that fleece there, as you can see, we've wrapped the fleece around the cane, and then we put another cane in and tied it to it, and we've done it on all the canes, put 2 canes in, so it's trapped between the canes and it can't slip down anyway. He says he'll come back tomorrow and find it all on the bottom, around the buckets. And if it gets really bad, we can always put fleece over the top as well. So there you go. Anyway, potatoes are out. We'll be getting stuck into the greenhouse shortly. But yeah, something else we've actually achieved today. So there you go. All the potatoes are in. We topped them up. Fleece round them. They should be fine. In fact, I know they're fine because it was a couple of days ago, and they're doing wonderfully. And the next job was coming down here back into the front greenhouse to prick out some lettuce. I did a little experiment. I sprinkled a load of seed into a tray of lettuce about a week or so ago, just as an experiment. Very old seed, I think it was 10 years old. I didn't expect anything to happen, but every single one germinated. So you're going to see me pricking them out and putting a few in the pots, so I'll show you doing a bit of that now. Well guys, what you're looking at here is an experiment. What went wrong? They did 2 packs of seed. They're about 12 years old, these packs of seed, and I thought, well, let's have a bit of a giggle. And I sold them about 2 weeks ago. In fact, I've got the video somewhere, me showing you actually sowing them, and it's only been 2 weeks. And we threw them into these trays here. We've done some cayenne peppers, and we did these iceberg 4, I think the iceberg 4 lettuce. Bit of compost over the top, and this is the result. These we're going to leave it in until they get a bit bigger. However, these we're going to prick them out now, and we're going to put them into some pots, and yeah, we're going to bring them on a bit. But I couldn't believe it. There must be 100 bloody, I mean, look at them here, there's literally hundreds of them. So I'm going to prick them out, put them on. I'll give a load of them away as well. I mean, there's no way I'm probably just going to use about this much here. The rest of it's just going to go away. So just saying to a friend of mine, Bernard, says, I'll bring you some lettuce over tomorrow, you can pot them on yourself, mate. Same with the leeks. I mean, look at the leeks here. These are these elephant leeks, and they're doing quite well. This is how I always start them off in these pots. And again, I'm running out of places to put all this stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to come back to them later on. However, these, we're going to get them in now. So I'm just going to set the camera up a little bit better over here. Once I've filled these pots up, like I said, all I'm doing, just a bit of compost over the top, fill them up, push them down. I can put some of these between the tomatoes as well. It just depends how many I want to do, really. Anyway, I've got 15 there. I'm going to do another tray of them, so there'll be 30 of them in total. And what I don't use, I'll give to my neighbours, friends and what have you. So I'll just continue doing the other tray and then we'll come back to pricking them out. So I'll be right back, folks. Well guys, here we are in the greenhouse, and what we're doing, we're going to be pricking some of these lettuce, these iceberg out. And would you believe it, for the first time in 3 weeks I can hear it raining outside, just starting to rain now. And I tell you, the allotments has needed it. It's been bone dry. Anyway, there's my first little dibber, brilliant little piece of kit. I don't know where that come from, a friend of mine gave it me. However, you can get others, these ones here, B&Q, you can get these just as good. In fact, I'm going to be using this one now to dig these out here. So let's get into this and pull a few out, preferably with some roots. That's a nice one, that, if I don't kill it. In fact, there we go. They're going to flop about a bit until they right themselves, but that's basically what we're doing. Got quite a few of them to do. Problem I have is where to put all these. Now I have got, to be quite honest with you, on the allotments I have got 4 greenhouses. I've got 3 on my plot. My brother's got 1, and also, oops, not the camera. Also, I've got a big greenhouse at home as well. Well, that didn't go so well, but there's root on it. So anyway, yeah, it's a time-consuming process doing this. Swing the tray round. I will be watering them, but you could be very careful when you're watering stuff like this. It is so flimsy. Just typical. I think someone's banging away outside there. Actually, I think this is the worst part of the job, doing this, pricking them out and potting them on. I mean, I like to get them all growing, but at the end of the day, I find it time consuming. Yeah, these should fly away. Keep catching the bloody camera with me bib of my hat. Lots of root there. Yeah, I can hear it. About the time we've had some rain, it's been absolutely horrendous. Last couple of weeks, my chest has really took a nosedive. I don't do, you know, what weather like, and every bloody day's been a nightmare. But yeah, today it's a lot cooler. Last one. So there you go, 30 iceberg lettuce pricked out. I would say by the middle of next week they'll be ready to put outside. But at the moment they're just going to sit there ticking over. We've got so many other jobs to do. I shouldn't even be bothering sowing more seeds or pricking things out. What I should be doing is concentrating on my greenhouses now, getting them all clear and getting the tomatoes ready to rock and roll. But you know, this was an experiment that went complete out of control. I thought we might get a few. Didn't realise we'd get every single seed germinate. 12-year-old seed there, guys, and they're looking pretty good. So there you go, we got the lettuce. So that's added more room, added to the problem of space. It gets worse, but I'm going to save the worst until the next episode. The next thing we decided to do was to clear the back greenhouse one side. We're going to move the fire out of it. We're going to clear it all, put some bloodfish and bone and some calcified seaweed, dig it all in, and then I realised then we planted directly in the ground last year, and I don't plant in the ground, I give it a break. So this year it was in the pots, so then I set all my pots up, all my canes up, my trellis work, and then I planted the tomatoes into them. So I'm going to show you me doing all that now, just the putting the pots in, trellis work and tomatoes. I'm going to save you the laborious task of cleaning the greenhouse, but it took some time to do. So let me show you me putting my first lot of tomatoes in the back greenhouse. Well, we've been clearing this side of the greenhouse out, in the middle, well, the back greenhouse. These buckets are too big really, but not much you can do. I like an idiot, I give the wrong ones away to a friend of mine, a bit smaller. I think these are about 15 to 20 litres, and I'm going to put tomatoes in them. That's crazy, but hey ho, no big deal. I've got the compost to do it. So what I've got to do, I'm just going to get them bags, put them in, fill these pots up, continue with them ones down the back. I could do with another one, so there's 11 there. I could do with 12, however I've used the pots, the bigger pots, for other things, so I haven't got another pot spare, but 11 will do it in this greenhouse. I have got these ones here, but like an idiot I used them for these ones here, you know, to put oh god, tulips and daffodils in, and them ones there. So I would have had enough to do it in them buckets if I wouldn't have used them. I should have used the bigger buckets for them really, but in hindsight it's done. So what I've got to do now, I'm just going to start tipping the compost into these buckets, get them ready. I'll get some canes in. The green stuff on the greenhouse there on the it's on the outside, unfortunately. The insides have been cleaned. I really do need to do something about that there. As you can see, it's on the outside. It's not going to affect the plants on the inside, but anyway, let's have at it. Let's top the buckets up. I can take this thing out of here, 'cause I'm not going to need that in here now. But I've got 11 buckets here, so I can do 11 tomatoes. Bingo was his name on. So, they're the buckets. We got the buckets in. Now all I'm going to do now is stick the canes in, put a bit of a trellis up, and then throw the tomatoes into the buckets, and that'll be job done for me. With my beans, this is basically the sort of frame I'm doing here. Right, so I've got my frame. I've got that first one done-ish. Pull them up. Pull everything nice and tight. Right. Now then. Now this one's going to be a bit awkward. I'm going to put it there. Get me a cable tie in here quickly. Yeah, you can't really see what I'm doing here, but you know. Well guys, here we are, putting the cross members in. Push that over to there, and what we do, make sure that's in the centre and pull it tight. Well, that was one just fell down. See up here. And just cable tie that one and push that one back, and then give it a good pull, and yeah, it's starting to look a bit firmer now. Just got one more to do. And basically that's where it's going to go. Put that one there, cable tie around here, and cable tie there. Yeah, it's just starting to rain again. Pull this down nice and tight. I'll actually pull it. Pull that one over there. Right, so we got this all nice and sorted. Everything's in its place. All the poles are all nice and straight. All I've got to do now, basically, is cut these bits off here, just so you know you don't want to be walking past getting them in your face all the time. Just leave enough so you can pull them if you go a bit slack, and you know, you're right. So basically we've got my tomato frame in place now in this greenhouse. We've got another couple to do yet, maybe 3 more greenhouses to do something similar as this. There we go, all done. Just a bit of a waste with all these bits here, but at the end of the day we've got the frame in, so now we can start thinking about putting tomatoes in here. I haven't decided what tomatoes I'm going to put in yet, but watch this space. Well guys, I've got my buckets set up and I've got my canes in, as you saw. What I'm going to do now is put these tomatoes in now. We've got some beef masters, there's 3 beef masters, and I've got 3 black Russians here. I've also got 5 Allotment here. So I'm going to be putting these in now, and what we'll do is I'm going to tie them up. I've got some Velcro and I just wrap it round them just so they grow up the canes. We'll let them grow over the top of the canes for about 8 inches, and we'll pinch the top out, and yeah, they'll be good to go. In fact, some of these have actually got flowers on them, so there'll be a few tomatoes there, I can see. So anyway, I'm going to be tying these up because these are pretty big. Some of these are, the beef masters are pretty big tomatoes. Right, I'll get my camera set up and I'll show me putting a couple of these in, and then I'll come back and we'll have another look when they're all in the pots. But as you can see, they look pretty healthy. What we'll do is just prick these suckers out here between these little things here. Just prick them out and it'll grow true and strong. And I just love that smell of tomatoes. Right, enough said, let's get cracking on, and we'll be here all bloody day. I know I'm a bit close, but yeah, these tomatoes need to go. You can see the roots just coming through the pots now, so good. Look at that root system, that's absolutely awesome. That will produce a really good tomato plant. Anyway, what we'll do, I've got some little pieces of Velcro, and what I'll do is just quickly and loosely just attach them to the canes, and what will happen is they'll grow up. I'll come back to this in a minute, we'll be watering them obviously, but yeah, we just get them all in now. Well, these ones anyway. So at least we're going to get some tomatoes this year. Again, just gently round them and we're good to go. I'll do one more. Beefmaster, that's what they are. Oh God. Got the bloody label down there. Anyway, we'll come back to that, I can pick it up. Again, root system, very nice. Another one of these. Attach them. There we go. Loosely do it. You don't want to cause any stress if you can help it. Right, anyway, I'm going to crack on and I'll show you when we've done. Within about 2 weeks these will be halfway up the canes, if not at the top of the canes. But yeah, these are Allotment. I really need to put a label in here, because I know what I do, I'll forget it by the time comes tomorrow. So all we need to do now, get the watering can out, give them a good watering in. No, that's a full watering can poured on them. I'll come back later on and give them another drink. But yeah, we've got 3 Black Russian, 3 Beef Master, and 5 Alicante in here, and yeah, job's a good one. Let's move on. Let's go back up. We've got to go and do one of the other greenhouses now. So they're all in. Ta-da! So what do I do? Come out of there, all exhausted, lock the door, come over to get in my car. Where's my keys? This jackass left the keys in the greenhouse and locked the door. Now, it's twin wall polycarbonate sheeting what that greenhouse is made of. It's not normal glass, and the clips are on the inside, so I couldn't take the clips and go through the side, and I couldn't do it. So what I had to do was, I had some like tape top and bottom for the insulation. I had to cut that, push the panel in. You're going to see me doing that now, and crawling in on my hands and knees like a baby to get me keys. Here's a daft trick I've done. I've locked the greenhouse, and inside there are my keys. I'm going to have to push that panel through there and then redo it. Luckily it's plastic, so I'm going to have to get new tape and put the bloody tape on it. I've got the tape and everything, but can't believe I've just locked myself out my bloody... can't get in my car or anything, so I've got to cut myself through here now. Bloody hell. Well, at least I hope they're in here. Unbelievable. Jesus. What a daft sod. Now I've got to spend 20 minutes here now doing this. Well, I'll come with my tape later on, and I put some tape over that. I can't believe I did that. What a total jackass there. Well, here we are. We've got some tape. Bloody hell. what that does, keeps it insulated. This door is a bit loose here, there's nothing for it to adhere to. Well, that teaches me for leaving the keys inside the bloody greenhouse. All's well that ends well. So as you saw there, yeah, it was real fun after a real hard day faffing about with the bloody tomatoes. But we got the job done. We taped it up as you saw there at the end. Put tape back on it. Good as new. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week. I've got a lot more videos to show you, a lot more clips. Tune in next week and I'll show you me doing me brother's. I've got to do my brother's greenhouse. We've got to go over there. The soil's bone dry, so I'm going to add some chicken and horse manure into that bed and about 50 gallons of water, I think. And then turn the soil, which is like a powder, back into soil. Anyway, that's another video, and also we're going to try and get some tomatoes in this greenhouse here, so we've got to shift a lot of stuff out of the way. You know that bird there in the background is not shut up all the way through this video. Bloody blackbird. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's it. We've talked long and hard and long enough. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. You all stay safe in La La Land. It's turning out to be La La Land out there at the moment. They're talking about bloody bird. They're talking about easing off on the restrictions. There's a few garden centres open at the moment, are starting to open, I've noticed. But like I say, I think it's way too soon to be doing anything, going back to the old life. In fact, I don't think we'll ever go back to the old life. It's going to take at least 2-3 years before that happens. And I'm sure there'll be more ups and downs before we get to the end of it. But anyway, from me and that gobby bird in the background, thanks for watching, guys. You stay safe. Goodbye for now.